Hello there guys, and welcome back to Dr. Automatic. Today we're going to be looking at the COD Warzone versus Modern Warfare 2. Which game was better? If you do enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, we strongly suggest that you hit that subscribe button. If you want your video to be featured in our video, then please go to the submission folder and submit your video there. Now, let's jump right into the video.
By now, the hype behind Modern Warfare 2 has reached a ridiculous level. Ever since it was first announced, fans wondered if it could best the almighty Call of Duty 4, the game that a lot of people consider to be the best in the series. Well, we've seen all the commercials, the trailers, and the leaked footage. Now it's time to talk about the final game. Modern Warfare 2 is here, and it's ready to blow you away. Let's get one thing out of the way first. This game is gorgeous. The graphics are a substantial leap over Call of Duty 4, with even the multiplayer visuals trumping the single-player offering from last time around. The levels are filled with more detail and effects, both single-player and multiplayer levels showcase a larger emphasis on height and terrain variation, and the open environments themselves are beautiful. Unfortunately, as slick as the graphics are, the game does have some presentation issues, especially when it comes down to single-player story. A lot of people may be disappointed to learn that it's short, and I mean really short. On regular difficulty, I was able to beat it in just under 5 hours, with an additional hardened playthrough taking about 6.5. As far as the campaign itself, I personally had a great time from start to finish, but the way the game tells its tale does have quite a few problems. There are a ton of awesome action scenes and classic moments, and with some obvious inspiration taken from classic action films, it feels like a highlight reel of frontline warfare. However, while there seems to be a new piece of technology or mission-exclusive gameplay element at every turn, it feels almost like Infinity Ward came up with a laundry list of cool stuff they wanted to add into the game, and then worried about the story to connect it. You'll get a lot of familiar faces, but it's definitely an over-the-top plot that'll have you checking your brain at the door, and you're going to have to extrapolate the story for yourself. Single player is still a blast, but it's not going to live up to the legacy that Call of Duty has created.
The Call of Duty Warzone beta takes a vastly different approach than most other battle royales. Death is often more of an inconvenience than the end. Top-tier weapons are consistently easy to come by, and skill will only get you so far when there are no more armor plates to loot. Solos manage to get all of the good without very much of the bad from these trade-offs, but the same cannot be said when you squad up. Still, the impressive 150-player count, tried and tested arsenal for Modern Warfare, and well-crafted, massive map consistently deliver excellent firefights, even if they sometimes lack the genre's trademark high stakes and endless variety. Like out before it, Warzone's Verdansk Battle Royale map mashes up several familiar locations from Call of Duty's past, albeit on a much larger scale. And for a space this vast with a 150-player capacity, Warzone's performance on PC impressed me, as I rarely experienced frame drops or connectivity problems. That feels like a triumph in this context. The only technical area that gave me trouble was on the audio front. It was sometimes difficult to differentiate whether an enemy was in an adjacent room, a few floors above me, or right next to me.
I can hear him. He's right in front of me.
From an environmental standpoint, I had some trouble with mantling onto ledges in certain areas, and the ping system just stops working at a certain distance. But for the most part, exploring Verdansk is a blast. You'll be hard-pressed to find an area devoid of well-crafted structures brimming with weapons, supplies, and cash, which can be redeemed at randomly placed buy stations for things like kill streaks, armor plates, or weaponry and loadout drops. Like the name suggests, the loadout drop lets you equip the guns, gadgets, and perks of your custom Modern Warfare multiplayer loadouts in the middle of a Warzone match. And when I say middle, I really mean beginning. Acquiring the requisite $6,000 to purchase a drop can be done within the first few minutes of a round if all 3 players in a squad chip in. While you'll still need to find ammo and armor elsewhere, using a loadout drop to quickly scratch 2 fully customized weapons and throwables off your shopping list is just a little too easy to make hunting for the randomly placed guns feel worth it.